I want to talk today about 6 relationship red flags that I want you to be aware of when you are dealing with men, things to look out for. Okay, so number one is, does your man have a victim mentality? So what do I mean by that? Is he always constantly talking about his boss or a coworker or a friend or family member or someone who he is always blaming for the reason something's not working out for him? You want to really look out for that and be careful of dating somebody with a victim mentality, because eventually he will begin to point the finger at you a lot, and it will be exhausting and it will not be healthy for your relationship. So that is not the type of person you want to be. Red flag number 2 is if he doesn't consider you or take you into consideration when he is making plans. This is a huge red flag, and I want you to be aware of that. So maybe he's making a plan and he forgets to include you, or maybe he made a plan and he forgot to tell you or let you know or inform you of what's going on. That's a huge red flag, and that is not a man who is going to step up to care for and cherish your feelings and your life. So 3 is, if a man uses guilt trips on you or tries to manipulate you into getting his way, this is a huge sign that this man is unable to compromise. He does not know how to compromise. And if a man doesn't know how to compromise, he's always going to use manipulation tactics to get his way and to get what he wants. And if you allow that, this is not going to bode well for you in the end. And so you want to have more value and recognize this red flag and get out. 4, if a man fluctuates in extremes, either in his behavior or his mood or something like that, this could look like a man who goes hot, he goes cold, he comes on really strong, and then he backs away for long periods of time or short periods of time. This is a man who is in his extremes, and this is not a healthy situation. It's a big red flag. And what you want to look for is reliability and consistency with a man. So be very careful. Okay, number 5, when a man is constantly pushing your boundaries past your level of comfortability. So this could look like, you say that, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable when you talk to so-and-so, or I feel uncomfortable, going this far physically in this short amount of time. And he continues to push those boundaries, and he does not stop to honor and respect those. Big red flag. Lastly, number 6, when you don't feel comfortable in a man's presence, or when you're away from a man and you don't feel comfortable and you don't feel safe, this is a big red flag. And I want you to listen to your intuition, listen to your body. Our bodies keep the score. They're always telling us what's going on. And so often we can get so caught up in that high feeling in the moment and caught up in the way that we think and feel about him, that we don't take into consideration how this person is actually making us feel when they're not around. If you're not around your man and you're feeling insecure and you're feeling anxious and panicked and nervous and all these things, and that could be a red flag that maybe this isn't the right guy for you, because the right guy will make you feel very comfortable, will make you feel so loved that when you're away from him, you're not worried about things. And so maybe just consider that. The thing I just want to add is be careful, because there's a very fine line between considering how a man is making you feel. He could be love bombing you, so be careful of him love bombing you. I want you to just feel safe. Do you feel a sense of safety with him? Does your heart feel safe? Do you feel like this person really means what he says, and he says what he means, and he has follow through? And so because of that, I feel safe and I can be in this relationship, and he's making me feel good. Or does he not make you feel safe? So a guy can love bomb you and say all the amazing things to you and make you feel like $1 million when you're in front of him, but when you guys are away, you can feel nervous and insecure. So be careful of it. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope that was helpful for you. Love you girls. DM me. I'll try to answer your DMs within the next week. I am visiting some family and traveling, but I'm here for you, and I want to hear from you and hear the things you're going through, because that helps me understand you guys better. So also, don't forget to check out my podcast. The link is in my bio if you haven't listened yet. I posted one this week.